Disney has been accused of a lot of things in the past, putting subliminal messages in videos like
The Lion King. The Lion King sex up in the sky.
Yes, the word sex was in the sky, or when after he went to lay down, the word sex popped up or something like that. Or in other videos that they've been accused of all this shit. And most of all of it is not true. It's not true. But they have
Some of it is true.
Some of it might be true. Some of it might be true, but a good portion of it is
those
not.
Animators were dirty, dirty boys.
Well, there was hidden
bored.
Some of them, yeah, got in there. I'm surprised.
Not so hidden, yeah.
I'm surprised a lot of it, as much of it did make the cut. A while back there was a movie called Frozen, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, this is a lesbian thing," and I saw bits of pieces of it myself. I didn't see any lesbian action going on.
I've seen it about 20 times, and no, there's no lesbians in it.
And they're sisters.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, real quick, the thing that everybody was talking about was when the sister Anna, I've only ever watched it twice. Anna and the guy who hangs out with the reindeer, which actually might have been something I should have talked about. Yeah. They stop at some little shop with a sauna, and the owner of the shop points into the sauna and says, "That's my family in there." And you see like 3 little kids and a young adult male. And so the scuttlebutt about that is that the shop owner and that the young man inside of the sauna are partners. And nobody's but I'm like, okay, that works for me.
Well, like when he was on the sleigh and the riding, and he's complaining, I forget what his name is, Hans, or maybe that was the bad guy. But he was saying, "You're gonna marry this guy and you know nothing about him? You don't even know his shoe size." And she says, "Oh, shoe size doesn't matter." Not something the kids would have caught on to, but the folks did.
Yeah, there's some adult humor in these cartoons that go above the heads of the kids. And the reason why we're talking about this tonight is
why are you talking about it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why am I talking about it? Is because apparently they are going to be doing a first male-to-male kiss on air. I mean, it's going to be in the show Stars versus the Forces of Evil. Apparently, Star Butterfly, one of the characters, is crushed when her boy BFF, Marco, smooches another girl. Apparently, they're not so nonchalant about it. That's almost unnoticeable. The scene was the first ever Disney cartoon that includes same-sex kiss. In fact, there are 2 of them. In one episode, Direction Esquire, Boyd launches into a rendition of their song Just Friends. The 14-year-old star Marco, who are, of course, just friends themselves, are now rocking out. Suddenly, Star notices, and she and Marco are surrounded by kissing couples. Among them are a gay couple and a lesbian one. Apparently, this is getting big news. I'm waiting for the religious nuts to start going, "See, look at how immoral Disney is."
Well, Disney always knows what side its wallet is buttered on.
Absolutely.
For a long time, they've had I don't know what they call it, but they've had a day where Disneyland and maybe Disney World are open to gay couples. It's very, rainbow promotion. And I'd say they're very inclusive for all of the, the kind of overlord press that Disney tends to get. I'm like, I think this is really awesome. So I'm excited about it. But you're right. I'm curious what the temperature of our country is. With a lot of parents who say, yeah, they put Disney on, on the radio. They have it. They can let their kids go see a Disney movie and not worry.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Tom?
Well, they did it in a very subtle way, and I think they did it in a very good way, where they just kind of pan over kissing couples, and then there's 2 guys kissing. And then they pan into a crowd scene, and up in the corner, there's 2 girls kissing.
Yeah.
And they don't really point out, they don't make make a big deal out of it. They make it seem perfectly normal, which it is, perfectly normal.
Which it is. Yes.
Humans kissing other human beings. That's how we express our affection.
Yeah.
There's this great graphic. Or it's a picture, actually. It's like an X-ray of 2 people kissing. You can't tell if the...
Oh, you like that commercial?
No, it's not a commercial.
There's a commercial of people walking behind a screen where you only see their skeleton. It's like an X-ray machine.
Yes.
And a bunch of different couples, and they're same sex. They're different religions. They're different nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically saying that love is blind, because
I don't watch.
That's a beautiful commercial.
I don't watch a TV. So I don't watch a TV. I don't watch.
I don't know if that was on TV. It was an internet commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, that. Well, they play a lot of things on the internet that you can find it.
I don't watch TV either.
I have things to block commercial ads, so I don't see things like that.
Well, this was like a special one. I think somebody linked it to me. So it wasn't a pop-up commercial. It was like one I actually went to look for.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much a commercial. I mean, it was a commercial, but it was one of those like long ones that were a storytelling commercial rather than a snippet commercial.
Yeah. Torva in the chat room. Thank you, Torva, for joining us tonight. He says he's always hated Disney's, regardless of whatever the content is. So, hey, that's your right.
I used to refuse to support Disney in any way. If I wanted to go see a Disney movie, and since it's the theater, I would buy a ticket for one movie and then go see the Disney movie. I'd still buy my ticket, just not for the...
I think they just do that for counting numbers of who's seen the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure the theater got its money, but I didn't want Disney to get credit for it.
It's just statistics at that point.
I don't want to be statistic.
Well, I like Disney. I love Pixar, and
Oh yeah, Pixar. I love Pixar before Disney bought them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I don't see it that way. I mean, I go by individual things, and I'm appreciative of how, like you said, how normal this is, how normal, quote unquote, it is. I'm like, yes, because guess what? Parents might be upset, but this next generation are the ones who I see their minds are really open, and they just go, oh, that's just normal. Oh, okay. I love that. I feel very glad that my grandkids, for the most part, are accepting of that too. They just go, oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, people will have a stink about it. We'll have to see. Maybe it won't be. But
I'm waiting for the religious nuts to come out. I mean, look at what they did just with the Teletubbies. They kept saying one particular one was gay, and it's like, how can you even say that?
It didn't take that off the air.
Just so bizarre.
I know.
It was like Falwell or one of those guys that were, oh, he's gay. They're trying to
carrying a purse.
Kids.
Yeah.
Well, I think
they don't know
Streisand,
Streisand, right? He had a triangle.
Yeah. Because they all had a symbol on their heads, and they interpreted his as being gay.
Yeah, how does a triangle make you gay?
I forget why. I think it was somehow connected with the gay movement at the time, but I don't remember. I don't remember how.
It's a physical shape. It can't be a gay.
It's just a shape. Yeah. Well, Streisand effect. Go ahead and let them rail against it, and everybody say, "What are you talking about?"
It doesn't matter anyway, because gay is natural throughout the animal kingdom, and we are part of that animal kingdom. So being gay is natural. Being against it and being a bigot against being gay, that's unnatural.